Well, thank you so much. You are all superstars. So you can communicate such a complex issues just in 5 to 10 minutes. Congratulations. So I only have 4 points. Number one is the world has become very complex. The world is changing. Land, water are under stress. Climate is changing. The world is getting urbanized. Population continues to grow. So complexity. That's a number one. And number two is, I think a system approach is needed. I heard at least more than 10 times, we need a food system. Even in this panel, many of you mentioned we need a food system. What would be a new food system look like? So number one is that food system must produce nutritious, healthy, and safe food. Justin said safe, right? Safe food. I would change the nutrition sensitive or nutrition smart agriculture to nutrition driven agriculture. Driven, not just sensitive. I still try to understand what does sensitive mean. What does smart mean? Smartness mean. If we can use nutrition as a driver to reshape the agricultural agenda, agriculture policy, agriculture strategy, then we will be able to achieve the target. Otherwise, I still struggle with that word. The second is, the food system must be sustainable. Water, land, energy have to be efficient. So here I would call it produce more with less. More nutritious food, less water, less land, less energy, and less carbon emission. Then another component of this food system is climate resilient. Again, we heard many times about the climate change, how climate change would affect our future food security, our world. So climate resilient is a very important part of that food system. Inclusive. Women, smallholders, must benefit from that. Not only land, access to market, but also access to finance. So by the way, I used to save my money in robber bank, and I used to be a farmer. So robber actually means farmer's bank. And then efficient. That food system must be efficient, economically efficient, and business friendly. The private sector must play a big role here. If that system is not friendly to them, they will not be able to contribute. And I firmly believe the private sector can play a huge role in this global food system. Now, in fact, Heller is the chairman of the World Economic Forum's Global Agenda Council on Agriculture, Food, and Nutrition, and I'm a member. Together, we developed the 6 dimensions of the global food system. I think tomorrow we're going to do deeper our discussion, and hopefully everybody can join the discussion when we push for this new food system. My third point is scaling up, whether it's last mile, whether we should scale up our successes here and there. How to scale up is not just a business, it's also research. How you can do it. What sort of policy environment policy enabling environment do you need to scale up? What capacity do you need to scale up? Then data, the big issue. How can we connect the timely data for our scaling up? I'm glad that our country support programs, every one of them is connecting the data, household survey data, systematically. Not only one round, several rounds. In the year to come, this country programs, this data will become treasures for us to track, monitor the progress, for us to analyze the determinants or causal relationship between certain development outcomes and the factors behind it. My last point is political will. Particularly in the first panel, I heard many times, we need a political will. Well, I'm happy to observe that I do see the political will in Africa. How can we maintain that momentum? The African Union, even individual countries. So when I presented the Compact 2025, another initiative, to the Prime Minister of Rwanda, he said, why we should wait until 2030 or 2025? Let's do it by 2020. So I see political will there. Now the question is, how can we maintain, support that? So IFPRI is here to do that. One is, how can we really understand policy-making process? How can we understand the political economy of the policy-making? with evidence, with data, we can help. We can help to maintain, we can even help to create political will. And accountability is a big part of that too. So how can we, again, use the data, use the indicators to make sure that that political will be maintained or even further enhanced. So these are my sort of 4 brief points. Let me once again thank you very much. Thank you for your endurance, your resilience. And finally, also thank Raju, your team, in facilitating, organizing such a beautiful conference we have today. Thank you very much.